I am so curious. And a new manager that I hired in that area began to tell me about this girl named Jessica. Oh, just this, just that. We just discovered yesterday that she's that Jessica. We didn't know that. And her now current manager is now standing in the back of the room. Proud mom, you made it. Yes, she's cute. She's not in her district manager session. Don't tell her. I met Jessica in person in Tennessee a few weeks ago when they recognized her for having growth in her business of 63 representatives this year. That's growth. That's not appointing 63. That's 63 more with her right now than she had then. And we just had a faith moment of how God put our paths together that day. But Jessica's had great success. She is at the leader level. And we're excited that her mom is here with her today too. So Jessica's going to come and tell you how she's had this sales success because she's also got a $20,000 increase this year running. Okay? So welcome, my friend.
Well, hello, Avon. This is awesome. How many of you is your first time here this year in Orlando? I'm with you. First time. It's an amazing experience, is it not? Well, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I am married. I have 2 kids. I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. And 9 years ago, I was working a full-time job. And I was that busy mom that had too much on my plate, but at the same time I was bored. Working an 8 to 4 job every day, same job, same thing. I got to the place where I needed something different. So I decided to go on a journey and start my own business. It started out as being my paychecks at work were every 2 weeks, and literally 2 days before my paycheck, I was scraping my change bottle, looking for money for my gas, literally. When I started with Avon, and I started seeing the sales helped just those 2 days. That's all it was. But that's where I feel like I can connect with some of the new people that come into our team and say, you may only get $20, but that $20 is for gas. And how many of us scrape for that gas sometimes? It's hard. And when you have a family, it just makes it rough. So every little bit helps, and getting them to understand if that is their why, you know a way that can help them get there and make that happen for them. I started in Avon in February of 2012. In February of 2012. I started Avon, and in March of 2014 is when I actually quit my full-time job of 8 years. I was a graphic designer, and it was a big decision. It was one that I just decided it was either going to be my full-time job or it was going to be my Avon, and I decided that my Avon had more potential than I ever thought it would be, and I went for it. So now my 2 little ones and my husband help me as well as my mom, who is a silver ambassador. She's back there too. Once I got on fire for the business and I found me a partner to work with, we grew our team from 19 to 80 in 1 year. That wasn't me, that was my whole team. Now I feel more empowered than I ever have before. I feel like that I can share more with people and teach them how to become empowered themselves. When I started into leadership, which was not immediately, I waited about a year after I started Avon, I decided that because I didn't have a upline to help teach me, I made a lot of mistakes. I lost some money because I didn't do the ordering books, I didn't get the bags, I didn't get this. So I decided that when I started my team, I was going to keep that from happening to my team members. Because we are in the business of making money, not losing the money. So I started the team meetings, and now we do it every 2 weeks. And when I started them, I had 1 person show up. 1 person. My very first one. All excited, ready to go, and 1 person comes. And that's when I had to make that decision, that it wasn't about just that 1 person. that one person is just as important as if 100 people came. And that's when I decided if one shows up every 2 weeks, that's that one person that we can change their life. So how many of you here actually feel like that you're a leader? Whether it's in your business or whether it's in your family, do you really feel like that you are a leader? Good, that's awesome. Because I didn't when I started. I was that shy person who sat in the back of the room and didn't want to say anything to nobody. I walked out before everybody came, before everybody started walking out, because I didn't want to talk to anybody. Everybody has that leader inside them. It's just whether you actually find what it is that can get that out. And in my business, I found that it was talking to my team members and teaching them how to sell their products. We absolutely love Avon, and we get together every 2 weeks to teach. And we teach each other. It's not about me teaching the team. I pull together a presentation of the products that are coming out, and then we have a table talk. I don't stand at a podium and talk to my team. We sit down at a table in a restaurant and we talk about the products coming up. And we discuss different ways that we can actually show the products to our customers. So one person may say, well, I'm not comfortable talking to people. I'm not either. So how can we get this product out in people's hands? Well, we've got a 2-week trial. How can we do that? So we start discussing the different ways of being able to get that product into our customers' hands. So when you think about teaching your teams, which may not be in the same area as you, I'm fortunate I have a lot in my area, but I'm growing outside of that. Remember that everybody has different needs, and everybody is different in their selling experiences as well. So one person is really good at selling out of Walmart parking lot, and I'm not. So coming up with different ways, such as the Facebook groups. If you are on any of those Facebook groups, you can pick up a lot of tips from that. And that is where I started getting a lot of my tips. Some of my team members aren't on there, so I bring those tips to my meetings and we start discussing it there too. Any way that you can get an idea to them and get that goal set in front of them. This is where we're going in 2 weeks, because if you don't have that goal set, you don't know where you're going. You don't have a path set anymore. Before I started Avon, I didn't make any goals. I never made a goal, never even knew how to make a goal. And now over 2 weeks, we've got goals for our team. We've got personal goals for ourselves. Keep in mind that the social media is such a good area to hit up. Whether you're training your team or you're prospecting, you're looking for customers, YouTube is something that I'm trying to get into now. And I've already put up a YouTube video of the new Butler bag purse that came out. And just by posting it on my Facebook page, I got 2 orders the same day I posted it. So once I found out that, hey, this is a new way that I can get out there and start selling, that's what I'm going to start implementing in my business. And then we brought it to our team. We started showing the team how to do it as well. Make sure that you show your team members that Avon can fit in their schedule, because their schedule when they first started Avon, when you first started Avon, you were probably busy, right? A lot of you were busy working. You've got families, you've got jobs. Keep that in mind, that they can take that wherever they go. So these team members that are saying, well, I just don't have time to do all this. I don't have time to go out and do these events. I don't have time to do this. Then just take your book everywhere you go. Just make sure your purse is full of your brochures. Put information in there, put flyers in there, and just pass them out. Because the more people that you get that book into, the more customers you're going to get. The more prospects you're going to get. And the more often you do that, the more often that people are going to come back and say, hey, I know somebody that can help you. Or now is the time. That's what I'm getting more now. Now is the time. Can I get started now? That was a year ago that I passed the book out to them. So you just never know. We pick a product every 2 weeks. We discuss it. And we make sure that we know where we're going to go in that 2 weeks. Make your path and be Some paths are very, very rough to go through, especially if you haven't been through it. You don't know anybody that's been through it. When I first started, I didn't have an upline, so I had no clue where I was going. I just knew that I was going. And so if you have to take those books and you have to push all of those weeds and make your own path to get to where you want to go, do it. Find somebody that's going to help you, whether it's an inspirational speaker, which I have found a lot that has helped me, or whether it's people on Facebook that you can connect with who is in a different team, in a different area. Find somebody to work with, because once you find that partner to actually bounce ideas off with all the time, it changes everything. You can make a difference in your business, in your team, and in your family. So let's get on the track on fourth quarter and make it our best ever. Change the lives of your team members by helping them sell more often and get their products out in their customers' hands.
Okay, great advice. Reports.